Next guest, Fox News contributor and founder of NerdTears.com, Kevin McCarthy in Washington. Kevin, welcome. You already ordered your taco?
Peter Ducey, how you doing, buddy? Taco Bell is the greatest thing ever. I go there all the time. But by the way, you got to get the double-decker taco with the Dorito shell inside. That will blow your mind. I guarantee it. It is amazing. I love that. I'm going today. I'm going today.
We're supposed to stay away from that for a couple hours.
Yeah, I think Pamela, that's not on her
I'm going
list.
today, man.
All right, let's get to some movies, because talk about blowing your mind. This was probably one of my favorite movies of the year on your list here at number 10. Tell us about Guardians of the Galaxy, Kevin.
Yeah, so I'm going to do number 10 through 6 now, and I'll do 5 to 1 in the 9 a.m. hour this morning. But right now, coming in at number 10 is Guardians of the Galaxy. This movie was a huge surprise. And Clayton, I mean, this movie blew my mind to a point where I was crying nerd tears in the movie theater. It was incredibly fun. The action was great. Zoe Saldana and Chris Pratt were amazing. But the soundtrack, to me, was the real star of this movie. It reminded me of what Tarantino did with Pulp Fiction back in the day, where the soundtrack became like a leading character. It really flowed us through the movie. The characters were aware of it. But also the cool thing was Vin Diesel, who voiced Groot, when he went in the studio to do the character, on the left side of the script it said, "I am Groot." On the right side, it was paragraphs of what "I am Groot" meant for that specific scene, so he could inflect the dialogue a certain way. It's really cool. If you listen to it and watch it again, you can hear the difference of how he says "I am Groot" throughout the movie. But that's my number 10 of the year, Guardians of the Galaxy, for sure.
What about American Sniper, Kevin?
This movie blew my mind. I'm telling you right now, it's only out in New York and DC. I'm sorry, New York, Dallas, and LA right now. It hits everywhere January 16th. Bradley Cooper became Chris Kyle, and it really is one of those performances that I think is for the ages. It's one of the best performances I've seen this year, and also the best performance of his career. It's Clint Eastwood's best movie since Mystic River. It's a movie that focuses on Chris Kyle's legacy and legend, but also his struggle with being at war and being back home as well. It is a film that is really intense. It's riveting. It's powerful. It's a movie worth seeing in theaters, and I really, truly think it's one of the best movies of the year. You have to see it in theaters for sure.
All right, Kevin, what's number 8 on your list?
All right, I got to go with Nightcrawler. I love this movie. It makes you... I'm sorry, this is Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is number 8. This is the movie with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. This is the thriller where it basically it kept rewinding the day over and over again, like a Groundhog Day. And it was Doug Liman directed it, who did Go and Swingers. It's so much fun. The action was intense. For a movie that kept repeating itself over and over again, it never got old, ironically enough. And Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt do a lot of their own stunts in the film. And the cool thing is that Emily Blunt, she really is the star of the movie. She is the one that leads this film. And I think there needs to be more female-led action movies in Hollywood. And this is a great example of it. That's my number 8 of the year, Edge of Tomorrow, which, by the way, on DVD now is called Live, Die, Repeat.
I saw that one, and you see Tom Cruise get shot in movies. You don't see him get shot like 40 times and die, and then reborn.
That's the
I know.
appeal
Anybody who doesn't like Tom Cruise could just watch that movie over again. You see him just die in the whole movie.
You mentioned number 7 already, Nightcrawler. What's that? And we want to get to your number 6, which is one of my favorites of the year, too.
Love Nightcrawler. It's a movie that makes you think about just society in general. Jake Gyllenhaal lost 30 pounds to the role. He became a stringer, and the character itself is someone who films car accidents and crime scenes and sells them to local television stations. But he starts to manipulate the crime scenes, and it becomes very sensational in the sense of like that, but it's very well done. Gyllenhaal is amazing, one of the best actors working today. It's the best performance of his career as well. That's my number 7.
Number 6 was one of my favorites of the year, and it was one of the funniest of the year, Kevin.
I agree. The Grand Budapest Hotel, amazing film. When you watch it again, Clayton, notice how Wes Anderson shot the movie. There's different aspect ratios for the different decades. So like in the 30s, for example, you'll see a full frame with the black bars on the top, on the left and right. He does that so you know what decade you're in. It's very cool how he did it. I love Wes Anderson, love Bottle Rocket, Rushmore, films like Moonrise Kingdom, Life Aquatic. This is one of the best movies of the year, hands down. It's funny, it's emotional. Every shot is perfect. It looks like a beautiful art piece. That's my number 6.
Kevin McCarthy, thank you very much. We will see